Hello, good morning students. In the last class we learned about the IP address, the protocols, then the two types of TCP IP protocol, that is IPv4 and IPv6, isn't it? These are all things we have discussed. The main points: IPv4 32 bits and IPv6 is 128 bits. Okay. Coming to how will you determine the IP address? How will you know the IP address of a computer? Okay. What is the IP address of this computer? What I am working with? What is the IP address of the system? To know the IP address, what you have to do is on the top upper panel. This is the upper panel. Okay. In the upper panel there is an icon known as NMApplet. NMApplet or Network Management Applet. NM full form is Network Manager. Network Manager Applet. So in your phone also you can see that icon. Okay, one arrow downwards and one arrow upwards. It shows the network connection. Okay, you have to click on that, and here the NMApplet is not active. In this top panel here on the left side on the right side you can see NMApplet. Click on that and select what? Connection information. You have to select connection information. Clear? You have to click on NMApplet and select connection information. Where is the NMApplet icon available? It is available on the top panel, top bar on the right side. Okay, click on that and select connection information. When I click on connection information, a window appears showing the IP address. What IP address, what version is using here? IPv4. And what is the IP address of this system? It is 192.168.1.7. Is it clear? 192.168.1.7. As it is IPv4, how many parts are there? 4 parts. How many bits? 32 bits. Each part of 8 bits. Clear? Yes. Then the first 3 number is called what? Network number, and the last number is the system number. That 7 is the system number. Is it clear? That 7, that is the system number, should be less than 256. These are all things we have learned. 0, 1 and 255 is not used because they are reserved numbers. Clear? In the last class we are revising it. Okay, this is the IP address. How to know the IP address? NMApplet, connection information. From there you can get the IP address of a system. Okay. Did you notice the line that gives the IP address? Note down your IP address below. We don't want to write. In this manner, start the networked computer in your lab one by one and identify the IP addresses. Then write down those addresses in the column for IP addresses obtained on first switching of table 5.1. Why in this table the table heading is given IP address obtained on first switching? First switching means the first switch on. Then IP address obtained on second switching. After shutdown, if you are switching on the system for the second time, note down the IP address. 2 columns are given. While noting down the IP address, you will see that the system number is changing. Which number is changing? System number is changing. What is system number? That is the last number, that 25. In the first switching, if it is 25, in the next switching it can be 74 or 26 or 27. why that happens. Finding out the change in IP address. In each switching, the IP address is changing. Okay, whenever after shutting down the system, if I switch on the system, it will show another IP address. It will show another IP address. Okay, you have found the IP addresses of all the computers and noted them. Now switch off all the computers and the network. After that, switch on the computers in a different order. Now find out the IP addresses of all the computers once again and note them down in the column. Observe the difference in the IP address of each computer and note down their features. When you note down their features, you will find out which number is changing. The system number, that is the fourth number. System number, the fourth number. What about the network number? First three number, it will not change. It will not change. Is it clear? In the IP address, which number will be changing? The system number will be changing and the network number will be same. Did you notice that the IP address of some computers have changed? What could be the reason? How did the same computer get different IP addresses on two different occasions? This means that computer doesn't have a constant IP address. Underline, the computer doesn't have a constant IP address in this network. It is not having a constant IP. With which technology it is changing? That is DHCP. That is Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. That is, each time when the system is connected to a network, it gets an IP address. The technology that gives an IP address automatically is called Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Each computer that enters the network is given an IP address in that order by DHCP. The DHCP is inbuilt inside the computer. Okay. And this Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol is inbuilt. When we get an internet connection, it is inbuilt inside it. What is the work of DHCP? It automatically gives an IP address. It automatically gives an IP address. Okay. When you are entering a network system, when you are using the internet, you are getting an IP address. By whom? DHCP. DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Underline this paragraph, it is important. Okay, mark it down. Then the structure of IP address, we have learned it. 4 parts, network and system. This first 3 numbers is same, common, and the last number is different for each system that we have learned. Okay. Then you must have understood that the IP address which a computer gets automatically is not constant. Whenever it is getting automatically, it is not constant. Don't you think any change in the IP address of the computer affect the exchange of difference between them? Yes, it affects. Okay, you cannot transfer a file without what? Making the IP address permanent. Okay. ഇനി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഫയൽസ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ചെയ്യണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ IP address എന്തായിരിക്കണം? Permanent ആയിരിക്കണം. Otherwise you cannot transfer. Is it clear? Yes. Next activity is giving a permanent IP address. How will you give a permanent IP address? Also, couldn't the sharing of information with printers and scanners connected in the network be affected? Yes, it is affected. You can exchange files only when the IP address is what? Constant. Okay, if you want to transfer the file, you want to make the IP address permanent. What is the feature of IP address? It is automatically changing. Who is changing? DHCP. It gives automatically an IP address to the computer. Okay, when it is networked. Okay. Giving a permanent IP address. How will you give a permanent IP address? To give the permanent IP address, again, nmapplet. From here you have to select edit connection. What do you have to select? Edit connection. To know about the connection, you have to click on connection information. Another option you have to learn is edit connection. nmapplet, edit connection. Here you have to click on what? Edit connection. What is the symbol for edit connection? This setting symbol. Edit the selected connection. This is the symbol. Okay. Edit the selected connection. You have to click on that. Why it is not active? Because I didn't select wired connection here. So select the wired connection and click on edit connection. So the window appears. In this window you have to learn what is the setting you are using. That means which version? IPv4. You have to select IPv4 settings. IPv4 settings. Then the method as manual. Is it clear? IPv4 settings, method as manual. Then click on add. What are the things I have done? Come to the window, see in your text, figure 5.7. In this window you have to click on IPv4 settings and method as manual. Clear? Then you have to click on add. Then what are the things you have to add? The address, netmask and gateway. Clear? Address means what permanent address you are going to give to the computer. Okay. This permanent address address. Then netmask means the netmask number is similar for every connection. Okay, what is the netmask number? 255 dot. You have to by heart this 255.255.255.0. That is the netmask number. What about the gateway number? Gateway number is 192.168.1.1. That is the BSNL. The BSNL connection is 192.168.1.1. Clear? That is the gateway number. Then the DNS server number, that is similar to gateway number. Clear? What are the three fields you have to enter? One is the address, that is the permanent address of the system. The permanent address of the system. Then the netmask number, which is always 255.255.255.0. And what is the gateway number? 192.168.1.1. Then here you have to write what? The DNS server number, that is same as the gateway number. After that you have to click on save. Clear? Once again I am repeating. You have to click on the nmapplet, then select edit connection. Then you have to click on edit the selected connection. Here which tab? IPv4 settings, method as manual. Learn it now. Then click on add. Here you have to enter the three details, that is address. Address means the new permanent IP address. In giving the new permanent IP address, the first three number will be same, 192.168.1. And what will be changing? The system number. If you want to give your system as 10, you can give 10. But you can't use what numbers? 0, 1 and 255. They are reserved numbers. Clear? Yes. Then netmask number. This is the netmask number. gateway, this one. Then DNS server number is same as gateway number. Clear? After adding these 4 fields, you have to click on save. Then when you click on save, it will be asking for the password of the system. Okay. Now click save button. When it asks for the password, give the administrator password. Thus all the computers can be given permanent IP address by retaining the first 3 parts. Retaining the first 3 parts means the first 3 parts will be same for every system, and changing only the last part, that is the system number. Also give the same values as above for netmask, gateway and DNS server. It will be same for every system. Clear? This is the way for giving permanent IP address. Okay, why we are making the address permanent? To exchange information. Otherwise each time it is automatically changing. Automatically changed using which technology? DHCP. Okay. There. See this picture. This is the modem arrangement shown here. These are the 2 networked computers. They are connected to switch. The switch is connected to modem. Clear? From where the connection is coming? From a telephone cable. Why this modem is connected here? Why this modem is connected? What is the work of modem? It converts the analog signals from telephone line to digital signals. It converts the analog signals from telephone line to digital signals. And it also converts the digital signals from computer to analog signals. See, there is a splitter here. Why the splitter is there? One is for connecting to modem and one to the telephone cable. Okay, in telephone cable what RJ is used? Connector is used RJ11. RJ11. Here also RJ11 is there. Telephone line. Telephone line has RJ11 connector. Okay. Clear? In computer alone it is RJ45. All others are RJ11. Clear? Now, this is the modem arrangement that we have learnt. Okay. Then, internet in every computer. Internet in every computer. Modem is used for getting what? Internet in every computer. You can use router also. Yes. What I have explained here is written here. Okay. Then 2 more activities left out that we will do in the next class. Study up to this. I will be sending the note. Whatever, while listening to the video itself, you learned everything. No special time can be find out for studying the portions. While listening to the video, you learn. You read that portion. Okay, thank you students. See you in the next class. Bye.